Yo, yo, it's time to discover the flow. Shout out to the bros. You know, I like to welcome everybody to discover the flow. No matter how you discover the show or discover the bros, now you about to see how far we can go, because it's time for discover the flow. Yeah, cowabunga do. You know live is how we come to you. Turn the levels up when you hear the boys coming through. The Pod Squad giving you just what you need, hitting you with a new special guest every week. Don't you dare hit skip, man, it's Tristan and Kip. DTF Pod about to take you on a trip. Mega Ran bring the heat, yeah. But be clear, I wasn't even supposed to be here. Welcome to Discover the Flow. No matter how you discovered the show or discovered the bros, now you about to see how far we can go, because it's time for Discover the Flow. Let's start the show.
We're all good, so
there we go.
Is that light, you think?
Should we turn it a little bit?
I wonder. There we go.
Now my head's in the way of it.
Yeah.
As long as I don't move, we're gonna be good.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, we're good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get you to your gaming as soon as possible, because I know you want to do that tonight. We don't have an intro or anything, so we just get going. We just start.
Great.
So
Take a step.
Do you see you're on? Yeah. Make sure
You're not-
on.
oh, all right. I'm not. I gotta ask,
We're
man,
good,
just because I've been super curious about this for quite a while now. How'd the whole thing with Activision come together with you guys getting your characters in there?
It just came together. Honestly, I believe they just reached out. It was just random. Like, honestly, I just know that we got an email. It happens, like that happened. What else? So that happened, and the Dunkin' Donuts thing happened with Ben in the commercial.
Yeah.
Like, again, it just all of a sudden, because again, Jordan is business partners. My wife is business partners with Kevin. So she gets emails, and all of a sudden she's like, hey, we got an email. It's not definite, but right now it looks like you guys might be doing a Dunkin' Donuts commercial. We're waiting for approval from, who had to approve is, I'm horrible with actors' names. Jeremy, the guy from that show, Succession, not Succession. Is it, no.
Renner?
Not Jeremy Renner. Is that who was in the commercial? That was in he was in the Beans.
I think
Is
so.
that his name?
I think
So yeah, he had to approve it. But
Guy from
Ben,
Marvel that does the
no. How are we that off? Sorry.
We might be.
Hold on a sec. Did you guys see the Dunkin' Donuts commercial?
I did.
with Kevin?
It's been a
I
while.
Do you remember at the end the guy who came out of the Beans?
See, I don't know if I've seen that part.
Yeah, there was a couple.
There was a
versions.
series of commercials.
There
Yeah.
was.
I
He's
saw the
in that
Don
show.
Real Deal one. I saw that one.
I swear, is that the name of the TV show Succession? Have you seen that with Macaulay Culkin's brothers in it?
Kieran Culkin.
Is that
Okay.
the name of the show?
I haven't
Succession?
seen that
It
one.
is. It's a great show.
He's hitting up the Google machine right
Yeah,
now.
please,
I'm working
please.
on it.
I'm really curious myself.
Jeremy Strong.
There you go.
There you go.
So he was in the commercial, and I guess he had to approve it. Yes, exactly.
Oh, right.
That guy.
So it was awesome. But my point
You
is
can't
like
see it.
we got an email. Oh, you might be in the Dunkin' Donuts commercial, like they did last year. They're doing another one with Ben and all of them. And same with Call of Duty. It was like, hey man, like Call of Duty's reaching out. They might want you to do some. They might put your skins in there. The guys, it's closed there. If you're looking for Kevin, he's in here, but the actual room for the con is locked up.
Okay, we're looking for the Pokemon card trade show, the trade night.
Oh, that's across the street.
That's
the
across
toy
the street.
one.
Yeah, the big one is across in the big comic convention over there
Yeah.
for all the Pokemon cards and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's across the street.
I love it.
You can go in the Chronicon.
Right?
Everyone. I'm kidding.
Tomorrow at 11 a.m.
So
What about Fallout, though? Because he was getting me into that one.
Same
And I noticed you in there, too. I was
Yeah.
like, that sounds like Mewes.
It is. I got to play a character Mort. How about this? Everything you've ever seen me in, no way. I just told someone this the other day because I auditioned for a TV show. Everything I've done in 30 years has not. It's just been, hey, do you think Jay's interested in this movie? Well, Jay, do this. I've never any auditions. I've auditioned for plenty of stuff, but anything I've ever auditioned for, I never got. So anything you've seen me in, whether it's independent movie, a commercial, a video game, it's been them being like, hey, would Jay be interested in playing this? It be in Fallout 76. Would Jay be interested in Kevin and Jay be interested in having skins in the game? Yeah,
That's kind of how it was with the Flash too, because Kevin went to direct it.
Exactly.
Like, hey, is he with
Supergirl. Oh, I met Supergirl Melissa Benoist on when I was out there with Kevin doing the Flash, and she was like, "Hey, I'm going to be directing an episode of Supergirl," and I was like, "Please sign me up." And so I got to be in an episode because of that. She remembered and like remembered to put me in, so it was great.
So I know he's got notes and stuff, but I'm just gonna fly from the hip. Madness and the Method.
Yes.
How did that come about?
So that came about because when I was out in London, I did an indie movie called Devil's Tower.
Okay.
And when I was out there, I was only on like 3 days or whatever. I played this small character. And when I was out there filming, the producer of that also directs, but he was like, when I was done, I stayed out a couple days because I was like, I'm going to fly out here. I don't want to just be here for 2 days, 3 days. I was like, I want to hang out and like go sightseeing and all that. So he was like, I'll bring you sightseeing. So he drove me around and went and checked out the castles and things. He said, hey man, I've really been wanting to ask you if you don't mind, like what is something you've been wanting to do? Like doing this 25 years, let's say it was 5 years ago. I don't know, whenever. He's like, you've been doing this for a long time. What is something you really want to do that you haven't done? I said, I really want to play a character like a Hannibal Lecter or American Psycho, like some kind of serial killer, crazy, character type thing to challenge myself. I said, but I really like directing too. Like, I mean, I really want to direct. I've directed a couple inserts on Kevin's movies. The Kevin's walked away and he's been like, Jay, direct the insert. And, it was sort of a joke, but not really. But it was so much fun. I'm like, I really want to try this. So I told him that. 2 months later, he wrote me saying, hey, bro, I've been writing a script. He goes, I hope you don't mind, but I wrote a script after we had our conversation, and I want to see what you think. And he's like, I wrote it for you. And he sent it to me, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. But I said, how about you make it more realistic? Like it's a Jason Mewes, but a different version of Jason Mewes. And then he's like, oh, that's awesome. And he rewrote it and he sent it back to me. And I gave him, oh, well, how about this idea and this idea? And we went back and forth for months. Then he sent it to me and he said, what do you think? I said, this is awesome. And then after that, he disappeared for like 5-6 months. And I didn't hear from him. Then he wrote back to me. He goes, hey, bro, he's like, I've been shopping around. I hope you didn't think I disappeared and you weren't going to hear from me. But I really like the script and I've been shopping it around to see if I can raise money to make the movie. And I said, that's awesome, bro. I said, I would love to make that movie. And then he found the money, got back to me 2 months later and said, hey, man, I found the money. Not only that, I told him you've been wanting to direct. And they said that they're willing to give you the money and if you direct it and if you're in it. And I said, I was like, dude, that's awesome. And from there, it just started rolling. He got the money from the downside was, it wasn't a downside, but it was written and based in LA technically. And we had to film half of it in London because it was London money, which wasn't horrible, but it just made it a little bit harder to try to make places look like it was LA based and all of that. And, trying to get people out in LA, but it was also great because the guy had like these, some of the cast he was friends with. So we were able to get people from London to be in the movie and stuff and not have to because we were out there. So, but yeah, again, another thing that just was like, hey, I would love to do this. This is what I would love to do one day is play this kind of, and again, not that it wound up being me playing a Hannibal Lecter because it wasn't that serious, but it was something a little different and a little more challenging, me going around killing and doing stuff like that. So
it was a great concept. I actually really enjoyed watching the movie.
Yeah, we kind of found it by accident.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, let's watch
you just made a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, we're watching this. So we turned it on. It was great.
Awesome.
And it's crazy because like I've noticed like, okay, you're funny. Obviously you're good at improv. You've taken an interest in directing and stuff like that. Was it ever even something on your radar to be an actor when you were younger? Or
no, not at all. Again, Kevin and I grew up. I feel like I've told this story a million times, but Kevin and Kevin has told it too. But anyway, Kevin,
He's in there telling it right now.
no, but we have told it many
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
You know, I'm not saying I won't tell it again. I'm just saying, but it is. I didn't plan on it. Kevin and I knew each other from hometown, and he's like, "Hey, I think you're funny. I wonder if other people find you funny." And that's when he was writing Clerks. And then all of a sudden, he's like, "Hey, bro, I finished writing my script, and I want to put you in a movie because I want to find out if other people find you funny. So I wrote a part based on you for you, and you're playing yourself, Jay." So that's, and then even after Clerks, though, it still wasn't on my radar. We did Clerks, and because it was an independent movie, we didn't get paid. No one got paid on the movie. So later when he sold it, then he was like, "Oh my God, Miramax bought the movie," and he gave everybody a check for like $1,000 or whatever it was. But even after the movie, it took him months to edit it with the steam back. It was the old film and razor blade, and he had to cut it. So I didn't hear from him. I mean, we would talk and stuff, but I didn't really see him much. And I was working at that point, putting roofs on houses. So I'd work 9 to 5 every day, and he was editing, and I didn't hear from him. I'd see him here and there. And then he went to Sundance, and then it got bought. And I still wasn't, again, like, "Oh my God, now I'm going to be an actor." I didn't think anything of it. And so even after Mallrats, like then he's like, "Oh, I'm going to make another movie, and I'm going to put Jay and Bob in it again." And then we went out to Minnesota. But remember, I had to audition for it.
Yeah, because they didn't.
Yeah, because they didn't want me. They just were like, "Hey, this kid's never done anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't even want to be an actor. He didn't take acting classes. He's not an actor." So
Seth Green.
Yeah, like how
They
do we
wanted
know?
somebody more proven as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
okay.
they wanted to try to get someone who might have had a name, and again, which they still do to this day, of course. Like people get money for movies because they have Ben Affleck attached to it, or Leonardo DiCaprio, whatever. So they were just trying to get someone that had been in a few things that was recognizable. Plus, they were like, "Oh, I don't know if he can handle it. Like he's never done a full feature movie with because again, even Clerks, Jay and Bob are only in a couple bit parts, So yeah, but even after Mallrats, I went home and I still put roofs on houses and delivered pizza. It wasn't really till around Dogma that was when I was like, "Oh wait, maybe this is something I could do." I've done Mallrats, Clerks, Chasing Amy, Drawing Flies, which was an indie movie I did with Malcolm Ingram in Vancouver.
Who spoke so highly of you when we talked
Oh
with
God,
him.
we talked
So
about.
We were
him
going to talk
a
with
month
him
ago.
about his documentaries.
Who?
And
Malcolm Ingram?
yeah.
Oh, cool.
And we spent an hour, and it was basically just talking about you and Kevin and dick and fart jokes. And,
Oh,
and just,
yeah. So
no,
again,
Malcolm was
even after
fantastic.
that, it took all those movies and Dogma to be like, wow, maybe this is something that I can actually do and not have to work 9 to 5 anymore doing construction or whatever it was. And that's when I but of course, at the same time, it's when I decided that's what I wanted to do, but it's also when I started really getting hardcore into drugs. So like, I got home and I got strung out, and I really wasn't like, chasing like, "Oh, I should go on auditions and get an agent and do this." I just was like fucking getting strung out, and I think I went and did another indie movie. I got offered because at that point, I had done a few movies, and then we did then I had to get sober because then Kevin's like, "We're gonna do another movie. We're doing Jay and Bob Strikes Back." So yeah, man, it took many years to feel like this is something I want to do.
So you brought up Dogma, and one of the stories that Kevin has told, and I've heard it 100 times, is the story of you and Alan Rickman sitting on the steps of the church just talking.
Yes.
Was that a solid friendship? Were you guys?
I mean,
did you guys talk a lot, but up until his passing, or was it?
No. I mean, I don't think there's anybody. Even Kevin and I, we don't talk on the phone. I wouldn't say. I mean, I feel like him and I got along, and whenever we'd see each other, he seemed genuinely happy to see me and stuff. But Matt, Ben, I think Ben for a little bit I lived at Ben's house and stuff. But Matt and anybody I've met on the movies and I feel like we're good acquaintances. No one I talk to on the phone. Like I don't call, even Kevin and I don't talk on the phone. We text, and it might be like, "Hey, we got to go do this thing." And when we're together in person, we talk a bunch and share things and all of that. But I'm not a phone person. I don't honestly have like my friend Matt that from here in Ruble and I and Matt talk again, but it's not like we chat every day. Like I might be like, hey, Rubel, you know, we have our shows coming up. Let's do this and this. So no, but Ellen is never, I never spoke to him on the phone unless it was like, I know like one point, I think we were coming out to London and we told him and he's like, oh my God, you guys are coming out. You got to come to dinner. And like, he's like, call me when you're out here. And I called him, hey, we're here. And he brought us out to the fish fucking place. I can't think of the name right now, but yeah, no chit chat on the phone.
Yeah, I've even heard Kevin talk about how like when you call him, he gets worried. Like, what the fuck's wrong? Because they're not used to it.
Yeah, we don't chat that much. So,
all right, I know we don't have you for very long, so I want to be able to get through everything. So, how about a few rapid fire questions before we do our end of the podcast questionnaire? So, First one, famously, Affleck claims at the end of Zack and Mary that you are one stroke away from firing off there when you come out naked. Yes or no?
What is the question? Was I one stroke? No. Did I?
You're saying that's not Mewes.
Well, I definitely kept it warm. We were in Pittsburgh in the cold, so I kept it warm, but I definitely wasn't stroking it, and it wasn't hard. I would say I call it fluffy.
There you go.
I kept it a little warm and fluffy.
There you go. Where did Gary?
I actually think they're ending. So fire it off.
Where did Gary Lamb ground activist come from?
I don't know.
That was hilarious. That was you.
Wait, what?
He doesn't explain to him what
it was. These old MTV commercials.
Yeah, I remember we did the beautiful people.
Yes.
But
there was the Gary Lamb ground activist where it wasn't you. I don't
remember, but everything in that again was Kevin.
Yeah.
And that for me was again, that was when I was getting really messed up. I even fell asleep with the contact in my eye. When we did that, I had so much trouble getting that contact in that I couldn't get it out. And I was out. I was like, I'm going out drinking. And I went out drinking and passed out. And so no.
That's bad.
You guys are in the scene in movies. Shannon Elizabeth comes in. They're playing the music and everything. Yes. There's the famous boob grab. Improv or written?
I don't remember grabbing her boob. Maybe. I don't know. But no, it was definitely, it would have been not, maybe not. It definitely wasn't written. And it wasn't improv in the sense that she told me, like, grabbed me and told me to do it. Because I remember that I was so nervous. I never kissed anyone on camera, on screen. So I was like, oh my God, am I supposed to use tongue? Is she going to get upset? So I had talked to her a bunch before. And I'm like, look, I'm nervous. I've never done this. And she's like, look, just get into it. Just have fun with it.
There are far worse people to have your first on-screen kiss.
Oh, 100%. And she's like, just have fun with it and make it as realistic if you want. So I believe actually that when we were kissing that she grabbed my hand and sort of boosted it up and we sort of did it. So yeah.
So fatherhood seems to suit you well. You guys, are you done or are you going to have more?
Oh, we're done. I got cut. Yeah, I got a vasectomy. The wife was, we both discussed. The great thing is both kids were planned. We were like, we planned on Logan and then we thought that was it. And then when my wife turned 35, she's like, you know what? I really want a boy. She's like, let's try. And so we tried and 8 months later, she got pregnant and we had a boy. So she was like, I'm done. We had a boy and we have a girl.
That's nice.
Knowing how Rubels is and knowing that he likes to enjoy a bit of from time to time.
Yes.
Like, is it ever a difficult dynamic with you guys? Like, I know he would never tempt you or anything like that.
No.
Your sobriety is probably just as important to him as
yes, it is to you. 100% it is. Rubel is definitely, most people I spend time with know how severe me and drugs are. And they are always like, there's never any question of like, hey, do you want a beer? Do you want this?
Yeah.
But weed doesn't bother me. Weed to me, honest to goodness, is as much as if you said, hey, I'm going to grab a cigarette real quick.
Yeah.
I think weed's good. It helped my mom when my mom was sick before she passed. I have a best friend who passed away growing up when he was 21 years old. Weed was the only thing that helped them eat and keep themselves from getting sick. Like they get nauseous, like when they'd eat, they'd throw it up. My mom and him they were prescribed marijuana. So my point is, besides me liking marijuana as a kid growing up, I find it to be like actual medicine and helpful. So I'm all for it. And I could sit around people smoking all day with no temptation of smoking. And never was tempted to smoke. Drinking, I'm not tempted to do.
That's fantastic.
I would say cocaine and and crack, heroin, those things. Opiates is my thing. Even not even coke at this point, really, but opiates would be tough. If he was like, if he had a bottle of oxys every night and said, I have to take one before I get on the stage, and I knew he had a bottle on him, that would be tough.
Well, I got one more, and then he's going to do the end of questionnaire, which will be real quick. And all you have to do is give 1-2 word answers if you want. But this is my favorite one. How many years and days sober?
Oh, nice. So July, what's today's date?
Today is the 10th or 11th of October.
October 11th.
October 11th, 2025.
So July, August, September, October it is. So so 15 years, 3 months, and 9 days.
I love the fact that you can do that.
I'm super happy about it because, like, you have a story like Robert Downey Jr. and you might not admit it, but there's a good chance you couldn't have been here with us. And I'm so fucking happy that you are.
Well, thank you, brother.
You know?
I'm very proud of the fact.
So these are the end questionnaire questions, rapid fire, 1 word answers if you want.
What is your favorite word?
Fuck.
What is your least favorite word?
Oh, that's it. I feel like I knew. My least favorite word is no.
Okay. What sound or noise do you love?
No, sound I love. Fan. I do know that. It's a fan. I can't sleep without a fan. Or even walking around, I need a fan going at all time.
What sound or noise do you hate?
The sound, not when it's my own, but like the sound of, you know what? I'm not even go. I was gonna say sex, but that's not true. Sometimes I don't mind it if it's me, but I do. I hate when people do like when people click or make sounds with their mouth. It's really, you know what? Even better. I know the clicking of a keyboard. Yeah. My wife, when she's texting, when she's writing an email, and it's like click, 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 it really makes me like curl up in a ball.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Policeman.
Okay.
Like, would I want to? I'm not gonna do.
No,
but
you would want to. Like, if you had the opportunity.
I think if I wasn't a drug addict and didn't do this, like I don't know, something appealing to me about cops, policemen.
Okay.
Being a law dog.
Yeah.
And what profession other than your own would you never like to attempt?
Sanitation.
Okay.
Poop and shit like that.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Creatively, what turns you on?
Creatively, I feel like art. I feel like I can't do art, but I feel like art and music are really something I dig that I wish I could do.
Okay. Creatively, what turns you off?
Porn, like anal sex.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, this is another the two best questions of the night. What is your favorite curse word? Which I think we already covered.
I would say, I would say maybe fuckhole.
Fuckhole?
Fuckhole's a good one.
Fuckhole's a good one. That's an original one, too.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to say the word cunt with a European accent.
Yeah, it's got to be a British accent.
They say it has to be European or British.
All right, my favorite question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you get to the pearly gates?
I don't know. Welcome to. I don't know.
Welcome.
I was just saying. Well, I was gonna say like take over my welcome, meaning like they were passing the ball to me, and I am now.
Oh, thank God!
Yes, I need a break. Take it. Look at one man.
Well, Jay, thank you so much for giving us some time, man.
Thank you. Even a working one. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Dude, I haven't talked to you about how you did
that. That is great, dude.
Let me get my microphone.
And I didn't realize it even makes the fucking